Hey, everybody, welcome to another segment of Smarterfan podcast, where we bring you behind the veil of sports, business, and life. I'm Joe, and this is Barry. How you doing tonight, Barry?
Man, Tex, Houston Cougars, Phi Slamma Jamma, Duke, UConn, and South Carolina. I'm on fire, Joe. I may not be able to shut up tonight. I may not be able to shut up. I'm so excited, Joe. What?
I'm telling you, man.
How you doing, brother?
All right.
Good.
So tonight I'm going to talk about Florence Griffith Joyner.
Ooh, the queen.
That's right. Now, she was the seventh of 11 kids, and she grew up in the Watts section of L.A. So,
yes, she did.
Yeah. Now, she started running an elementary school for the Sugar Ray Robinson organization. And, she ran in track meets on the weekends.
Wow.
And she won the Jesse Owens National Youth Games 2 years in a row, at ages 14 and 15. So she started out right off the bat.
Yeah, she's just out there running.
And by the time she graduated from Jordan High School in 1978, she had set records for sprinting and the long jump.
That's a bad woman. That was a bad woman.
Yeah. So now she attended CSUN and was coached by Bob Kersey.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And they won a national championship. So now she later went to UCLA in 1980, and she was coached by Kersey there.
Oh, wow.
So now she won the silver in the 1984 Olympics. Yeah. And that year she married Al Joyner. And then she started running just part-time. So then in 1987, she came back full-time, and she ran in the 100 and 200 meter events. Now, in 1988, she left UCLA, and her husband became her full-time coach. So now by this time, she was known to the world as FloJo.
Yeah. And
in the Summer Olympics, she set the record for the 100 meter at 10:54. And she set the record for the 200 meter at 21:34. And those records are still standing today.
That's some crazy, bro.
I'm telling you, man.
That's crazy.
Now, of course, there were allegations of PEDs. And of all people, Ben Johnson cited her drastic improvement from 87 to 88 as the reason. And look, how did that work out for him?
But be careful. Mama said, be careful when you start pointing fingers. 3 back pointing at you. Back at you. Be careful, start pointing fingers now.
So, but she attributed her improvement to her husband's lower body strength regimen.
Yeah, I mean, they were real scientists about running. Like she had actually changed up. I remember I was watching something, and she had changed up her sprinting style, where instead of like the traditional like this, it almost looked like she was bounding.
Right. Yeah.
And they couldn't catch her. So it looks like she's running slower. They're like rabbits like this, and she's just going do, and they couldn't do nothing with her.
Nope. She left the Olympic Games winning 3 gold and 1 silver.
And that was in LA, right?
Yeah. No, that was in Seoul. 88.
Seoul. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And she retired in 89. And then she went on to design the Indiana Pacers uniforms because she had a fashion sense as well.
Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. She had it going on the track, brother.
Yeah.
Fingernails and hairdo and tracksuit. I mean, she was already beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, and it was just kind of like, I thought this was a track meet, not a fashion show.
She was
and then
styling.
She beat everybody.
Yeah,
and she beat everybody.
Styling.
So,
yeah. So now, unfortunately, in 98, she died in what they called an epileptic seizure in her sleep.
Yeah, that's not entirely. There's another story if you want to hear it, but
Yeah,
it wasn't that.
yeah, it was just sad, but yeah, you would elaborated on that once before.
Yeah.
You know, she was 38 though. That's really sad.
Yeah.
You know, so but that's the brightest stars sometimes they shine too bright.
Yeah, well, this is so crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that Ferrari, that one
Mm,
was a Ferrari, bro.
that's for sure. That's
That
for
woman was
sure.
a Ferrari.
Mm,
It was just
yeah.
kind of like classy. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just has style. It was crazy, bro, because you start to look at I mean, I have been in gyms. I remember being in a gym working out in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
And there was what I thought was a man, but was an East German woman tracking. And we ended up, I went over and we just had a conversation and it was just deep, man,
Yeah.
And, you start to think about, here's this woman from Flojo, and you're trying to say she's taking, you know what I'm saying? And you
Yeah.
could see her opponents who were clearly struggling between one side or the other. And you're going, and she's killing them. East Germany, she's killing them.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And you're like, and like you just said at the beginning, like 5 minutes ago, 3 minutes ago, her records are still standing, bro.
Yeah.
So think how crazy that is, that with all of the drug perfection that could have been done, they still can't catch her?
Yeah.
That don't even add up.
No.
She didn't have, like they said, she didn't even have the good stuff.
Yeah, really. So anyway, so
Yes.
what's going on with women's college basketball?
Joe, I think we have hit a watershed moment in college, women's college basketball. I think we're headed into the golden era of women's college if they don't mess it up. Women's college basketball and women's pro basketball. The ladies are balling, bro. Joe, I'm struggling to watch the men's game because the women's game is much more entertaining.
Of course.
Joe,
Of course.
I'm like, this is crazy. And I mean, I think I like the college women's game more than all of them. The women are out there balling, Joe.
Yes, they are.
I mean, I'm like, what? What? Somebody change the water? What? Man, listen. And I'm just becoming a bigger Caitlyn fan, a bigger Angel Reese fan. I mean, I haven't seen this kind of ball playing since the 90s, Joe. And those ladies, Sue Bird, and I'm like, oh, these girls, whoa, next level.
Oh,
so the product.
Oh yeah, it's there.
Yeah, the product's going. They continue this trend. They're gonna get that money.
It has to happen.
They're gonna get that money because they're getting it done. They are getting it done. Great product, looks good, competitive, bro. And I think they really turned the corner in the college space. I will literally watch any women's college game.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Well, I'm a piggyback on that.
Come on.
And now these NCAA games, I mean, UConn, Paige Beckers, despite having an off night against UCLA, Sarah Strong and Ozzie Fudge stepped up. And man, they gave UCLA a beatdown. I mean, a beatdown. They beat them by 34 points.
Really?
Oh, yeah. 85-51.
Oh, oh Lord. Have
Okay,
mercy.
now this supposedly set up the showdown with them in South Carolina, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who beat Texas, 74-57. But
Mm-hmm.
man, I didn't think they was gonna stomp on them like that. I mean, it wasn't even close.
Yeah.
I mean, they beat them 82-59. And so I was like, and again, Sarah Strong, Ozzie Fudd, 24 points each, you know?
Mm.
So, I mean, what better send-off could Paige have than a game like this headed into the draft?
She made a couple million off of that one.
I'm telling you, man.
Cut that check. Paige said, cut me that check.
So this is their 12th title,
Mm.
right? So now the men, what happened to Duke?
They got out coached.
I mean, they just crapped the bed. I mean, literally.
Yeah, they had Houston, but I knew it was going to get them. And you can't just go cold for 6 minutes. No, you can't do that. They had Houston on the ropes, and they needed to knock them out, but they kept giving them life. And so Houston said, we a shot here, a shot there. Oh, we ain't that far.
They couldn't even inbound the ball.
And right then I said, well, this coach is losing the game. Obviously, the guy can't do it. So get somebody in there to do it. Why are you forcing him to do something he can't do?
Mm-hmm.
Call a timeout, figure it out, and get somebody else there. That was, what's that, 3 times he couldn't get it in?
Yeah,
Yeah. So you let the door open. You had the big guy who basically was a non-issue. He couldn't block anything. He wasn't blocking anything. He wasn't blocking anybody out. Right?
Yeah.
And it was just like, and then that's what gave Houston hope. It's like,
they went on a 9-0 run for 35 seconds left.
9-0 run. So you got to ask yourself as a coach, you're not going to call a timeout. You're not going to change the pace. You're not going to read it. And then you want to go ISO for the last shot? No, I'm not going no ISO. No, we don't have the momentum right now. We need to kill the momentum, call a timeout, call some set plays, because if anything else, we just run 4 corners and let them come foul us.
Yeah.
And I knew when I saw Coach K's face at about 6 minutes, I said, he don't look like he's comfortable. He don't look too happy. And his face told the story.
Yeah.
Because he knew. Because athletically and experience-wise, edge to Houston. Because they could have folded. They could have folded. No, but they just said, no, we're going to hang around.
That's right.
We're going to hang around.
And Duke let them hang around.
And let them hang around. Because they didn't put no vice defense on them. You can't slow your O and not play D. That ain't going to work with a team that's more athletic and more seasoned to you. My last comment was somebody said, I think it was Kenyon Martin, Kmart. That's why you could have all these 4-star, 5-star All-American 19-year-olds on your team, but if they got seasoned guys over there who got experience and they got that dog, they're going to get you. They're going to get you. Because they've seen more, because they got more experience. And you can see Duke didn't know how to handle the pressure.
Nope.
Because you got to say to you what you say. Listen, we're going to run this clock. You come chase us. We're going to run this clock and get a good shot. And then we're going to put on this defense, get the rebounds, everybody crashing. And we're going to keep it. At 3 minutes, you got to foul me. So right now, we got to run a 3-minute, 4 corners. Come get me. Get me.
Yep. So, well, that was the end of that. So,
yeah.
So, Walter Clayton Jr. Now, his 34 points led Florida over Auburn. Now, those 34 points, that puts him in rare air. Him and Larry Bird are the only 2 players to score 30 or more points in back-to-back Elite 8 and Final 4 games.
Man, let me tell you, that boy was unconscious. I don't know. I don't think he's going to be able to do that against Houston.
Yeah.
But that boy was unconscious. That boy couldn't miss nothing.
Yeah.
And if what I think Houston's going to do to him is, yeah, well, it may be a blowout.
Well, we'll see. But
We'll
speaking of numbers, what's going on with Jokic?
Listen, man, I've come to a conclusion about Jokic, man. They were comparing his numbers, and he's doing it so quietly. He got Kareem numbers, bro. He got Kareem numbers. He got Kareem stats, bro. If he continues this pace, and the funny thing about watching him play, because I was watching the documentary, all my man really want to do is make some money, go back to his country, drive his horse cart, and be a farmer.
Yeah.
My man is hilarious, bro. He is hilarious. And I mean, when you look at his face on the court, he looks like he's just bothered. Like, man, just a few more. He got that face like a few more seasons in this. I can finally go back to my farm, and I don't have to deal with this foolishness. He don't care nothing about the stardom. He don't care nothing about the fame. He don't care about none of that. My man is like, man, I just need a few more dollars, and my people ain't got to work no more. I can go back and help my village, and I'm good. He is funny. And I mean, he is just, the numbers are really, I mean, he's got Kareem numbers, man. He is so funny. It's just look to me when I watch him play, he just looks so bothered, like, nah. He's like, when will I be free from this? I love Jokic. I just love him. And his two brothers are funny. They're like the classic, like, yeah, you really don't want to mess with them guys. Yeah, you don't. Yeah. Let's just sit over here nice and quiet, because they're not even going to talk to you. They're going to look at you and go, okay. And you just won't arrive home. You know. That's all that happened.
So, well, anyway, want to say congrats to the NBA Hall of Fame class of 25. Melo got in. Now, a lot of people didn't think Dwight Howard was going to get in, but he got in.
No, he needed to get in. He just didn't live up to what they wanted him to do, to be that next Laker big. But statistically and award-wise, he is who he is.
Yeah,
he deserved it. It just didn't work out the traditional Laker big man way.
Yeah. Well, also, the 2008 Olympic team got inducted.
That makes sense.
Yeah, they were called the Redeem Team.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Because we needed some redemption.
That's for sure. And Sue Bird and Maya Moore got in.
Maya and Sue, man, them ladies could do it.
Yeah,
Maya was. Fire.
And Sylvia Foles got in also.
Okay, all right.
As well as Billy Donovan.
Really? As Florida's coach?
No, as the Bulls. I don't know if he went in as Florida's coach, but he's the Bulls coach now. So he might have went in as Florida's
Interesting.
Coach.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, those 5 players, they were part of 11 WNBA and NBA championship teams. And they won 15 Olympic gold medals. So, Now, Coach Tibbs, his strategy has been the source of heated debates. Because it's the matter of whether some are saying he's running his players too ragged. He doesn't use his bench at all. And others are saying, well, he's getting them conditioned for the stretch run in the playoffs. But what's his name? Mikael. He said that the coach is running them too ragged. Now, he's been taking games off while he's playing, so he's not one to talk.
I have a chime in. I heard from one of the great, if not the greatest guard ever, Magic Johnson, about this. And Magic says something that makes total sense. They asked him, "Man, Magic, what's going on?" He says, "First of all, these guys are not in shape. They're not in shape, and that is lending what's to the injury.
Yeah,
they're not in shape." I said, if you look at how we played, how we conditioned back then, to how they do now, they get more time off, more cushy, more gushy. They get all that, and they're getting all this, load management, and it's really hurting the NBA because people come out to see the stars.
Exactly.
That's why they're paying the money.
Yeah,
and then you're not playing, and you're talking about load management. So, and I was of the camp, and still sort of the camp of maybe Thibodeau's pushing them too hard, but now I'm listening to Magic. Yeah, I got to lean with Magic because I can't argue with a 40-year-old up and down that court, and he ain't on load management. So explain that. He's not.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? So I had to slide my chips over by Magic because I'm saying LeBron ain't got no load management, and he older than all of y'all.
Yeah.
So what's really going on here? Is it that you guys are not taking care of your body? You're not conditioning yourself? And some athletes are known to use the season to get in shape, which is the worst thing you could do for your body. Yeah. And your team.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And, I told people, and I don't wish him bad or anything, but I told people, Joel Embiid's eating habits are going to catch up with him.
Already have.
You see what I'm saying? And what do you see? Injury. You can't, even, especially being that big, you can't be that big, putting on that level of stress on your body and not getting your rest, which is recovery, not eating right food, which gives your body the ability to heal itself. It's not going to work. I mean, you got to look at somebody like Wilt Chamberlain, who could have played probably to his 50s, but didn't, in the level of condition he was in. I mean, he still looked like he could play back in the 90s.
Yeah.
And give you work. And give you work.
And give other teams fits.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As a man significantly older. So I have to lean with Magic because it is what it is.
And we'll have to leave it right there.
What, Joe? We just took a sip of the soup.
Yeah.
Oh, Joe.
So but we'll pick it up next week.
Well, as you know what we used to say on Smarterfan podcast,
stay in the game.
Stay in the game, family. See you next week. Have a great one.
All right. Have a good one.
Smarterfan.